What up, cappers, gamblers, punters, hustlers, low baggers? Happy Monday evening to all of you. December 9th. Thank you for watching Sportsbook Review. This is Betting with the Bag. Big night tonight. Monday night football on the horizon. We have NHL pretty much locked down 4 games, and we broke them down pretty well. We have 9 NBA games, and we did some nice work on them, but we have J Money is Money joining us in 29 minutes. Very small NCAA basketball card, so we get to take a little breather on our late shows. Maxwell Smart will not be joining us, but he will be back in action tomorrow. And I'm pumped. I'm feeling healthier and healthier as the minutes pass, and I'm excited to be here. Shout out to all the cappers in the chat. Stack Wop, man. Stack Wop, showing that hustle first in the chat. And then Ryan Kozlowski. I love this so much. Here's a guy, he says, I've been watching since the beginning, and I'm finally joining in. Long-time Isles fan and wanted to add my 2 cents about Letty. Says the Isles have Taves, Pollock, Palek, and Mayfield, who have as much time on ice as Letty. Letty is a loss, no doubt, but not as much as you think in the short term. Ryan Kozlowski, welcome, man. Welcome. We need more NHL cappers in the chat. Ryan Kozlowski said, Tampa Bay might be a good play tonight because the Isles are scuffling, but I watch every game. And the Letty angle may be for one game, in my opinion. Great show. Keep it up. Man, maybe an overreaction, 1 game overreaction. What a treat. Ryan Kozlowski, I love when these guys who've been with us come out and get on the chat and hang with us. You've already been a part of the family. We just didn't know. And we're very thankful to have you in the chat. Ryan Kozlowski, Isles fan, you have a great squad on your hands. A great squad and great leadership. Great general manager, great coach. And when you have that, and then you have a Barzal, then you're in business. Ryan Kozlowski. Yenny Toon in the house. My guy Yenny Toon says, I like Eagles team total over 27.5. Jeff Billy says, what up, Jimmy? How did you do in NFL yesterday? I went 3-3 yesterday. Stupid. The Lions team total over blew up my face. I lost the Bills by a half point. And I didn't end up pulling the trigger on the Chargers, and it was my 2-unit play. It was just that I was so sick, and by the time I got out of my sickness, I hadn't pulled the trigger beforehand. By the time I got out of my sickness, it was minus 130 at 3. And I was like, do I really take it at 3.5? And then I looked, even minus 6.5 for the Chargers was barely plus money. I was like, so haunting me. Jeff Bunny says 10 out of 11 in NFL, and my prop plays over the full week 30-6. Great job, Jeff. Love hearing that. At Young Chillionaire in the house, we got Corey Mack. Says, did you stick to the T-Wolves or abort? I had to abort, and he chose. Yes, I am the Timberwolves. As a side, I am not on. I made moves on 3 bets in the 4, including my prop on Booker 26.5. I'm on the under 214.5 in Raptors Bulls, and we're going to go all over these games. I took the Booker prop. That's my only bet in that Wolves Suns game. Thunder plus 8.5. I hate hearing that Gallinari is not in the lineup. I could get 9 if I had waited till now. And then I'm on the under in the Grizzlies Warriors game. The under, but why is that not under 219 at minus 110? Shout out to Dutch Boy Fresh, Keith Sadler, DX Filer. I'll get you next week. Ron Lofton, Astute Chaos, Baseball Bog. Looking at Isles, Tampa Bay over 6. I would not talk you off of that. David Hutton, Larry Savage, Stephen Dollery, Raymond Reichart, Robert Gahn said T-Wolves without Wiggins and what? The T-Wolves are without Wiggins and Towns? What? Andrew Wiggins, T, questionable Monday. What? Let me get to... Come on, is this facts? Andrew Wiggins, T, questionable. Karl Anthony Towns and Napier, probable. Okay, wow. Okay, let's... Wow. Okay, Deer Slayer Ski. Corey Mack, tailed it for $150. 1 for the money. Parlay, I'm going to copy and paste that parlay. Kyle Fergus, my guy Kyle Fergus in the house. David Hutton, Xavier Wayne. What a great group. Fat Fist. Big Guy Bubba, Corey Mack. Trot Wham. We got OG Wham, Molly Cruel. Ibrahim Al-Kahil in the house. Molly Cruel, Russ B. Hustle Wilson. My guy Hustle Wilson, Prince of the City. Dav Fenn. Still talking NCAA, but we talked a little bit about it. But there's only one real game of measure. We'll bring it up. We'll bring it up with our guy Jay Money. Breets Beats ready to get to work. Capping 24/7. Pierce Helton. Chi-Town sick with it. What a great group. Ron Fig. M. Wooms. 23 Panks. Jimmy Cece. Steel City Joe. He is going with the Islanders. Tampa Bay over 6. Love it. Love it. Okay. Great group, man. Let's get after it. So we have 24 minutes before we are joined by Jay Money is Money. Thank you, Doug Barnhouse. Fat Fist, they gave them the win in the contest because of the bonus question. You guys were great. I was mad at the bonus to give them the win. I'm like, what? How's there a bonus question in round 1? But what it is, what it is. Daryl Lyles, Canadian Capper, Big Beaver, NHL prop of the day coming up. Looking forward to it. Jeff Billings, did you see my plays in the chat? I did not, Jeff. Sorry, how did I miss your plays? There it is. James Harden, double, at plus 185. Westbrook, triple. Triple double. I'm sure at plus 340, and Golden State full game over, Booker over 2.5 threes and over in points. I've got the Booker over in points, so I'm going to need the threes. Maybe I should have added that as well. Maybe he won't even need to. Maybe he won't even need to hit that. I like it. There's Jimmy Gomez in the house. Missed out 100K, says DX5, because switched off Mixon to Ingram. Got 20 seconds, says second in the Millie Maker. Oh, jeez, DX5. Kenneth He says, Jimmy Eagles, are the Eagles' first half a good look? Look, guys, it's a tricky cap, okay? Here we have Eli Manning, like it or not, a Hall of Famer. He's been watching all season, watching Daniel Jones play adequately, I guess. Too many fumbles, too many picks. And now he gets a chance to show he can still play in the NFL. So there's two things at play here. One, do you trust the Eagles? And if we've learned anything from Prince of the City, it's we probably shouldn't. And two, do you think that Eli Manning has anything left? Because this is a big game for him. This is a big game, sitting on the bench all year. Dan Kelly says you're wearing a Phillies cap. I am. I did pull out the old Phillies cap. I did. I'll tell you what I've done in NFL. Jim Romzu says Eagles takes down to $40. They have to show up. I took a shot. I took a $200 shots at the Giants kicking field goals. So I need the Giants in this game badly. Do I have faith in Aldrick Rosas? Last year, he's a Pro Bowler, and he's got a heavy leg on him. He's had a bad year this year, and this is a, very public spot. I have over 1.5 field goals at plus 137, over 2.5 at plus 400. That went down 50. It could have got at plus 450. This morning when I talked about it. The rain will be intermittent. It's going to come and go. It's not going to be all the way through the game, supposedly. Oh, and he also did NHL. Damn, Jeff. At the beginning, take a look. Okay, I will take a look. Sorry to miss that. There's the sports cake in the house. I will be on the live line. I haven't had a drink since Wednesday. Probably, you see, I look so fresh. I also lost a lot of weight because, well, we don't need to get into that. But I'm excited to be on live line with the boys and relax and enjoy myself. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this football game, but those are my two prop bets. And I don't want to have faith in the Eagles. I don't want to have faith in Eli Manning, although to hit these two prop bets, plus 137, plus 400. Joe Nisi says, praying for you. Rosas looks afraid this year. After that Cowboys game, I thought he was back. The 4-for-4 Cowboys game. Rosas has only kicked 2 field goals on the road all season. On the road this year, he's 2 for 4. Also, the wind. The wind is not strong at the beginning of the game. I need a field goal in the first quarter. If I don't get a field goal, if it's 24-3 Eagles, I'm done. I've got no chance. Thank you, Fat Fist. Thank you. So, Stack Walk is on the over. And Merrick rolling with me on NHL. I did add the Lightning, and we're going to get to that very soon. Nick Arcuri says, play of the day is Calgary. Look, I'm all over Calgary. Sadly, I had a meeting right after the show, and I didn't get to make my bets for about a long time, 45 minutes, an hour at least. And my plus 400 went to plus 365. My plus 140 went to plus 120. I'm on the Flames -1. Raymond Reichart, what are the props? I'm on 2 props. I'm on Eagles over 1.5 field goals at plus 137. And I'm on Eagles over 2.5 field goals at plus 400. Robert Collins says, wind is low, but it's going to be nasty weather. It's not. It's 50 degrees. It's warm. Gerald Martinez says, what about the Capitals -1? We're going to get to hockey right now. We're going to get to hockey right now because we're going to be joined by Jay Money in 18 minutes. Prince of the City says, I hope the G-Men are winning. Does Flash have the Eagles? Prince of the City. This will become very, very exciting and interesting this evening because, yes, Flash is on the Eagles. You know who else is on the Eagles? Rafa, who's moved up to 75th place in the Pick 6 contest. I don't even know why I'm talking NFL. Rafa should be up here talking NFL. 75th place. He's on the Eagles. Flash will be on the Eagles. Rafa will be on the Eagles. Nick Arcuri is on the under in NFL. Stack Wap is on the over in NFL. The Felt Bandit says, tough game to cap tonight, staying away. I'm going for a score. That's what I'm doing. I'm going for a score. It's that simple. Their official plays could pick up a sweet 5.37 units on the Audible, which I need. All right. Prince of the City says it's pouring here. It's supposed to lighten up. Jim Rose says, my name is Shelly. Doesn't want to be called Jim Rose. Douche what? Come on. Viper MB says, damn, Rafa's cooking. Rafa's moved into 75th place. Unbelievable. All right. Sports Keg is laying the money line on the G-Men. Ooh, shit, we're going to have fun tonight. Let's see where Jeff's NHL plays were. Tampa Bay, -1.5 at plus 145. Bruins -1.5 at plus 140. Eagles team total over and the field goal over. And anytime TD with Jeffrey, Slayton, anytime TD, and Wentz. I love it. Okay, thank you for sharing that with me, Jeff. I have copied and pasted. So I'm going for a score, and I'm risking very little. $200, very, very little. Felt Bandit says, I do love the over 1.5 field goals for plus money. JW, Eli over 252.5 passing yards. D Money says, ooh, boy, are you serious, Jay? We are going to have fun this evening on Live Line. Our guy, Jay, our leader, Jay, on the Giants money line. And I'm going for a score, man. Von Polo, Giants money line, first half and full game. Phil 9. My guy, Phil 9. I did the Giants money line and player prop. Sports Keg, sorry. I missed that. Sports Keg is on laying the money line on the Eagles. See, now Sports Keg, he can put down a $3 or $4 grand bet. I'd be very curious to hear how much he's putting on. Wow. And sorry. Thank you, Dan Kelly. J-size bet, Deer Slayer Ski says. Well, let's take a look at what the market has done with this game. So, if you are going to make a big boy bet, Phillies opened up at -375 at Pinnacle, now -395. So, Jay's probably going to put down $4 grand to win $1 grand. Hey, look. Oh, man. And then Prince of the City will be sitting there licking his chops. Joe Martinez says $5K to make a little over $1K. Chris Temple saying take the under in the Eagles game. God, so it's still raining hard. That makes me very uncomfortable. Phil 9 did Giants money line and player prop. Eli, no interception. I took a look at that. That's a big plus money spot. Keith Sadler, Giants plus 10 and under 46. Barkley over 60.5 yards rushing. DeAndre, our guy DeAndre says Eli hasn't played in how long? His statue in the pocket. No way Eli beats the Eagles. DX Father says weather's miserable. I like the over now, staying off of it. The rain is going to lighten up. It will stop raining at some point in this game. Lowbagger MWGA. New name in the chat. I love it. Says the history of this rivalry with Eli Manning is he will get destroyed tonight. Corey Mack, I'm going broke. Screw the game. Over on Barkley yards. Sports Keg putting down $3,650 to win 1,000. Wow. Here I am making $200 bets. Jesus. Oh, I'll be cheering for you, man. Stevie Steve's in the house. Brooklyn Funk Project. Eli over 1.5 rushing yards. DX5 says Giants could backdoor cover, but I hate the spread. Screams Vegas winning both sides. Robert Collins says I think for the Giants to win, Barkley's going to need 150 plus yards. Jeff Joseph, Columbus, Philly, moneyline parlay. Wow, Columbus. Wow, I mean, who needs Philly if you got Columbus? But I guess, add a little juice there. And Lowbagger says, you think Eli gives a fuck about this game? Yeah, I do. Do you not? I think it means something to him. I really do. I really, really do. Not applicable says Giants win by a field goal, which means the Eagles shit the bed. If the Giants can stay in this game, I am going to, guys. DX5 says Eagles first half only look I really could get behind. Lowbagger MWGA says Eagles defense will score tonight. And Ron Loftus says Jimmy going to be on the Weather Channel soon. There's my guy Johnny in the house. Says what up? Robert Gilmore too, whom I've had the pleasure of hanging with, says under on Eagles game. Book it. All right. And plus 165 Russ B on no picks for Eli. All right. We're going to be joined in 12 minutes by our guy Jay Money is Money to break down the NBA card. So let's move on to the NHL card. Big Guy Bubba says, remember the Dolphins game versus Eagles? Corey Max says, like the sorry-ass Grizz tonight, hate backing bad teams. We're going to break down each and every one of these NBA games. Let's move on. I got the Lightning at minus 104. So, Omar J. Legend in the house as well. Sports Cake says, I think Jimmy's right. Giants score field goals tonight. Eagles score touchdowns tonight. Oh, God, do I need it? But just whatever. I put $100 on the one and 100 on the other, so. Jack Coverly says, Giants win out to win NFC East. Oh, my God, would that be the best story of Eli Manning takes the Giants to NFC East? Jack, I love it. Jack, I got to copy and paste this. We got to... Oh, man, the Genius Award, which is now, it was initially the Genius Award that we turned into the Vegas Gun Award for Excellence in Capping. Jack Carverly. Oh, Jack, that's great. I love that, Jack. Oh, I like that, Jack. Okay. And Jeff Joseph wanted the extra coin very high on Jackets full game. Great spot for them, and you touched on that this morning. Yeah, I like it. There's my guy Omar J. Legend in the house. No better name in capping than Omar J. Legend. Okay, let's go over this Lightning spot here. I do not like fading the Islanders after they played sort of poorly. Joe Nisi says Giants already eliminated. Jack was just messing with us. Okay, I don't like the Islanders. I don't like fading the Islanders ever. Islanders are a very good hockey team, and they have depth, as was alluded to off the top of the show. I don't like taking the Lightning after they win 7-1. But this is a Lightning team that's not been very good this year. 14-10-3, not been very good at home either. And they're getting production from Tyler Johnson. They're getting production from Alex Killorn. And Jordan Howard won't play Monday against the Giants. Lowbagger MWGA says, Russell Wilson, 200 yards. Brady, 216. The Eagles D is a different story at home. They thrive in the weather, and Eli wilts. Chris Temple says, McElhaney in net, not good. No, it's not good. Let's go over. There's no way to spin that into something good. Let's go over and make sure we know exactly what's going on here in the starting goalie situation. All right, let's take a look. Now, I've always been high on McElhaney, but I don't like that he's in goal. 3 goals on 24 shots and Lightning lost to the Hurricanes on October 30th. 3.41 goals against average. High goals against average, 908 save percentage. I still think he's one of the better backups in the National Hockey League. Korpisalo, Holtby, Varlamov, McElhaney, Rask, Nilsson, and Riddick, Francouz. So we're there. Okay. D-Money. I'm keeping things simple. Look, I'm just going for a big score on the field goals. If they get 1 field goal in the first quarter, I'm going to be in business. 1 more for profit. Well, $37 profit. And 2 more for $537 profit. D-Money, I'm going to talk about the anytime touchdown props and possibly add something. Ron Crawford's spreadsheet plays Boston, Tampa, and Calgary. Chris Temple, algorithms show Islanders will start to fall. Definitely. They're not going to... They surprised teams last year. And now everybody knows this is a really good hockey team. Sweeping Pittsburgh showed us this is a really good hockey team. Jeff Joseph says, as Camilo and I were watching the Patriots game last night, I mentioned it was the end of an era. The decline of the Patriots is kind of sad. You know what? I don't want to get that. I hope so. But every time we say that, they step up again. All right, we only have 8 minutes. Actually, that's fine to go through this NHL card. I expect the Lightning to step up. I did not want to sit here and see that Vasilevsky was not in. But if you look, who's got the better save percentage this year? McElhaney has a better save percentage than Vasilevsky. All right. Nick Arcuri says, Isles are compact, and after a loss, I think Trotz will have them ready to go. Iffy spot for the Lightning, Jimmy staying away. Well, who would have thought that we'd be in a situation where you'd be getting, wow, the market hasn't really moved back because of McElhaney. That shows you what Vasilevsky's done this year. Shows you what Vasilevsky's done this year. All right, I'm on the Lightning -1. I got exact numbers. Let me pull it up right now. I got money line -165. And now look, there's no -165 available, is there? No. Oh, yes, there is. A U-Wager. U-Wager's still hanging to -165. And then on the puck line, I got +155. Those were both available at 5 dimes. So now 5 dimes has moved it to -173. So an 8-cent move towards the Lightning. Ascar Sticks. A Scar Sticks says, Jimmy, over under tonight. NFL, I'm liking the under. There's Jay Money in the house joining us in 6 minutes. Look, I need to see the weather in 45 minutes an hour. I need to know about the field conditions. So live line is where we're going to be doing a lot of work still on this game. A lot of work on this game. Ask our Sticks. Nice to have you in the chat. The Big Beaver NHL prop of the night. Mark Giordano over a power play point of +400. Colorado 8th most in penalties per game. Colorado 20th in the league in killing penalties. Let's cash. Canadian Capper, man. Thinks outside the box. I love it. Going to copy and paste that. All right. So I've heard a lot of people on Twitter not liking this NHL card. We'll see if this equates to cash for me, but I love it. Blue Jackets first period at +160. That I should have waited. I bet it at +165, and I'm sure I could get better than +160 right now on the Blue Jackets. Oh, barely. Wow, interesting. So Bet365 was giving me the best first period. Wow. Okay, that makes me feel good. I'm also on the under 6 in the Capitals game. Washington Capitals game under 6. I got the under 6 at -105. That's still available at 5 dimes. Under 6 at -105. Then I stayed off Bruins Senators. Look, I do not want to have the Bruins with Bergeron coming back. Although, and they've given us no reason to trust them. But this is not a good spot for the Senators. I'm probably leaving money on the table. And Joseph Kent says, I live in Philly. It's pouring cats and dogs. I don't like seeing that. Okay. It's supposed to slow down, the rain. Thank you for the heads up, Joseph Kent. I like getting these weather insights. Six side in the house. Bobby Lee Swagger ready to get to work. All right, so I'm off Bruins Senators, and then I'm on the Flames on the -1 line. I got plus 140 money line, and the -1.5 I got plus 400. Like a clown, like a schmuck. I didn't bet it for an hour because I had a meeting right after the show, and the value went away fast, man. Plus 120 and plus 365 is what I had to bet at. There's DJ Big Boss in the house. So that's my NHL looks. Lightning -1, -104. Blue Jackets first period at plus 160. Chris Temple says don't bet against the Capitals. This is a great time to do it. And maybe this is dangerous. Fatfist says Bruins -1 all day. Chris Temple Bruins money line with Lightning money line parlay. Ricky Bobby says, yeah, definitely coming down South Philly. Man, I wish I was in Philly right now, eating cheesesteaks, waiting for the rain to stop, ready to drink heavily and watch this game. My guy, Lowbagger, MWGA. I got to figure out a better way to say MWGA. Is halftime, Jimmy, no rain, but it's pouring now. And Fatfist says, Jimmy, leave your money on the ground, not the table, with the Bruins, best team in the NHL. Fatfist, you're a Boston guy. And respect for that. Great city. There's Red Girl in the house. Great to see you, Red Girl. Carlos Smith says, where is Native Queen? I need her. We all need her. I miss her. Jeff Billings says, Jimmy, I got the Eagles to win every quarter at plus 700. That's exciting. It's time to holler at our J Money and break down this big NBA card. Baseball Bob says, Jimmy, jump on Eagles, Giants, first half under 22.5. That does make sense, doesn't it, if it's still pouring rain? You know, I'm going to wait. I'm going to keep waiting. I want this show, it's not going to be a real long show. We don't have 90 NCAA basketball games to break down. So I'm going to be ready to go on at the live line, sitting beside Flash, and ready to make some more decisions. Jimmy Gomez says, don't do it. Jimmy, don't do it. DJ Big Boss says, with the dirty water, Jimmy. I haven't had a drink since Wednesday night, so looking forward to have a few. Okay. And Nick Archeri saying, Bruins sends under 1.5 first period. Sharps are on it, and so am I. Good value, plus 115 tail, Jimmy. Easy money on Calgary, too. I like your card, Nick. I like your card. All right. It is now time to bring on the star of Jammin' with J Money that can be seen on this network Monday to Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. J Money is money, a.k.a. Revenge Game. Jay in the house. J Money, thank you so much for joining us on this Monday evening. How you doing, my guy?
What up, though? Hey, I'm doing good, Jimmy, man. Trying to get to some money. Hey, I'm trying to get to some more NBA cash, man. Let's do it. I'm ready.
Let's do it. But first off, out of curiosity, are you making a move on the Monday Nighter in NFL?
I want to take the under, Jimmy. Y'all know, man, I don't like betting football. We know the weather's supposed to be bad. Winds. We know Manning back in there. He not gonna be throwing the ball down the field. The Eagles, they had an impression. I mean, they lost to the Dolphins, Jimmy. I mean, come on, man. I don't know. That's the reason why I don't like betting football right there. We know the Eagles are in a must-win spot. The Dolphins, in theory, should be tanking, and then they go out there and win that game. That was pretty crazy there. So you think it's a bounce-back spot for the Eagles. I'm not betting on the Giants with Manning. I want to take the under, man. I wanted to see what you had to say about it.
I still want to see what the weather's like in about 40 minutes. Because I think that first half under is a pretty interesting play. I just don't trust the Giants secondary. The question is, I feel like betting a total right now is what you think Eli Manning is going to do tonight. Trotwam took Golden Tate anytime touchdown. Prince of the City says rain until 12. Prince of the City, I had a great weather report up from Philly that said there will be spots of no rain during the game. But, I'm going to wait. I need to know what the weather's like. I mean, this game doesn't pop off for, 2 hours and 20 minutes. So we got a lot of time to figure out. So I'm going to hit the live line and make some decisions. But this is twofold. This is one, the weather's going to play a huge deal. And secondly, what do you think of Eli Manning? Do you have any trust in Eli Manning? GSOS says Eli Manning hasn't beat the Eagles 3 years. It says, is this a super revenge game? I don't know. I don't know if Eli thinks like that. Eric Jones says rain until 12 o'clock tonight. Viper MB says it's raining all night in New Jersey. Well, if it's pouring rain, I'll be interested in the first half under. Let's see what that is right now, the first half under. And then, you know what? If the first half under hits, it could be like Eagles 17-3, and then the full game under will hit as well. First half under, if you wanted that right now, it's still sitting there at 23.5. Oh, no, 23.5 at Pinnacle, but juiced heavy to the under. And they're not moving it down. 23 at 5 dimes and 22.5 at Mo. Actually, 23 at Bet365. So I guess I would be interested in the first half under, Jay. But let's go, and Daryl Lyle says it's pouring rain. Let's go to your bread and butter and start breaking down these NBA games. Clippers, Pacers. We've seen a big market move here. Let me move over on the best odds page on the planet, sportsbookreview.com. Spreads and totals. We've seen the big market move towards the Pacers with Kawhi being announced out. We knew Kawhi wasn't going to be in. And as soon as he's announced, money comes in on the Pacers. Pacers have not looked good the last couple of games. And the Clippers are a Jekyll and Hyde team on the road, and 4-6 overall on the road. We broke this game down on the morning show, but love to hear your angles and what you think about the market move. And are you making a move on this game? Jay Money, take it away, Clippers Pacers.
Yeah, I was just about to say, man, we forget that football. That shit too tricky, man. Let's get to some NBA, man. Like you say, where my bread and butter is. To this first game, a game where I am on. I did get it early. I like the Pacers here. You got Brogdon back in. The Pacers, they're coming off a little road trip, but they're 6-1 ATS the last 7 games. They're coming back home after a road trip of 7+ days. They're 4-1 ATS the last 5 Monday games. If you want to take that into consideration, 9-2 at the house. Like I say, I got to ride with this Pacers team tonight. With the Clippers being without Kawhi Leonard, I mean they still have a not decent squad over there, but they're still down Magruder, Shamit. I mean Jermichael Green is not playing in this game, so I mean they gonna have players like Terrence Mann, some guys that really at the end of their bench having to play some minutes tonight. I think the Pacers are gonna want this one bad. Obviously Paul George coming back to the Pacers, that's a little added motivation there for him. I think it's a little bit of a look ahead spot as well, and I think that's another reason why obviously Kawhi or Paul George or both of them was going to rest. George in, Kawhi out. They playing the Raptors next. You look at the Clippers, they 4-6 on the road this year and 3-7 ATS. The under is 5-0 the last 5 in this series. I'm definitely leaning towards the under. I didn't take it. I did get the Pacers at +1, and I still like them at the -2 as well.
Still like them at the -2 as well. So I know the Pacers have won 8-10, but they look terrible on Saturday night against in Madison Square Garden. They looked bad losing to the Pistons. What's going on with them of late?
I don't think they look bad. Obviously, the Pistons just have their number. They faced 4 times already this season. The Pistons won the first 2, and the Pacers weren't full strength all those first 2 games, or the first one they were, and then they went and beat them without their guys. Versus the Pistons, and the Pistons they seem to have their number. Drummond, they just can't seem to really stop them, even though they have Sabonis and Turner. It's just I don't know what it is with them and the Pistons. But versus the Knicks, I was on the Knicks in that spot. They had got up 8-10 points in there. Knicks are just playing scrappy. The new coach angle, I was all over the Knicks in that spot. So and Brogdon was out. He's back in this spot. Jakar Sampson is out for the Pacers, but I just think they're going to get it done tonight at the house over the Clippers, who look like a different team on the road. They're without Kawhi. Nothing is guaranteed. If the Clippers did win this game, I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm on the Pacers tonight.
On the Pacers tonight. Lamont Williams has a good question. I'd like to see what my book's offering at. Says, what about the Pacers team total over? And the Clippers are leading the league in pace over the last 5 games. Does that actually increase with Kawhi not playing tonight? Do you think this speeds up without Kawhi? Because I used to think that with the Raptors. What do you think about the pace of this game and the team total over for the Pacers?
I think the pace in this game is really going to be dictated by the Pacers. I wouldn't. I mean, sometimes you can really take into account when the player is out or whatever how they play, but the most of the time it's really about the team that they're playing, how these guys match up. We know that Paul George is still going to get his shots, but when you have players like Beverly out there, he's a defensive undermined player. You got Harkless in the starting lineup, he's a defensive player. So obviously when they get to the bench, I think that's when the Clippers really get to pushing the pace with Lou Williams and Montreal when Montreal get in there. So I still think I'm leaning toward the reason because it's this big of a matchup. And then you look at the Clippers, the under is 7-1 last 8 after an ATS win. Like I said, I didn't play the total, but I could only lean towards the under here. I think without Kawhi, they're going to miss his offense tonight more than his defense. They have some players that can step in and get it done defensively. They're going to miss his offense tonight. But like you say, both of these teams can have a tendency to push the pace, but I just don't think that it'll happen tonight. That's just the way that I'm looking at this game. But I didn't have a strong enough feel on it to bet it, though, but definitely lean towards the under.
Leaning towards the under. That's going to keep me off the team total. Also, Gas Station Sushi's action has come in. Max betting first half Kings. Magic first half, under in the first half in Jazz Thunder, under in the first half in Warriors Grizzlies, and under in the first half in Eagles Giants. All right, that's the Pacers Clippers game. I'm going to stay off. Let's talk Cavaliers Celtics. Do we know now if Marcus Smart is going to be in the lineup? Let me see if I can get that information.
Smart is out.
Smart is out. Okay, and Gordon Hayward.
Hayward is in. Hayward in, Smart out. Sorry to cut you off.
No, that's good. All good. This is still sitting at 14, and I'm guessing this first quarter is still sitting at 4.5. It is. I came close. The last time I took the Cavaliers first quarter, it was just a joke. They got destroyed. The last time I took, the last two times, so that's Cavs. Last time I took a dog first quarter was the Knicks at plus 5.5 against the Bucks, and they were down 13 or 14 in the first quarter. But Cavs first quarter has traditionally been an okay bet for me, and I kind of like it here. I kind of like it here with Hayward being back and the Cavaliers coming off getting destroyed, just embarrassed. What do you think of Cavs first quarter, and are you making a move in Cavs Celtics?
Man, Jimmy, I've been somewhat of a Cavs believer. People watch my show, they know. I don't even want to mention their name right now. I took them the other day versus 76ers. 76ers stepped up, but, I mean, this fucking team is not coming to play, Jimmy. I wouldn't bet on them with your money. I would stay all the way off of it. I mean, they tell you something. It's been other spots you look at, think in the first quarter, it's come and bring it, and then what? The fucking full game spread, they was getting blown out in the first quarter. I'm staying off of the Cavs right now. They're not a bet on team right now. On my show, I didn't even mention this game. It's just a total stay off from me. I still think it's too many points for the Celtics. I'm not betting on them without Smart. Hayward in, that's good. I guess, I told you this the last time you kind of had a point with the Cavs first quarter. That didn't necessarily mean that they're going to cover, though. I guess you could say Smart is out, Hayward back in, they could throw things off. You better hope the Cavs don't come to play, though, and I'm not willing to bet that. They showed no fight whatsoever versus 76ers, down 40 at the half. Pissed me the hell off. There's no way in hell I would even discuss this team in the near future.
I get it, and I've been in that situation before where teams just – not even tried. I mean, I don't think they're giving up on Bayline. What about the Cavs last 5, 17th in pace, Celtics last 5, 19th in pace, but you can imagine that their rhythm's going to be off of it with no Marcus Smart and Hayward back in. What about moving towards unders in this game?
Yeah, I can only look towards the under. That's another thing. We would have to hope that for you to play defense, it takes somewhat of an intensity. So we would need that from the Cavs because we know the Celtics, they want to, they can just go put whatever number they want to on them. I still think it's tough to lay that 14 with the Celtics, and I do think this game goes under. But I can't tell you with Hayward coming back in and Smart being out, that doesn't necessarily help the under, in my opinion. I mean, Hayward will be rusty. He's not going to have a minutes limit or anything, so he's just going to let him play. But I like when Smart's in there. He's a real good defensive player. He shoots some bricks on offense. Obviously, he can get to the hole, but a lot of those threes he shoots are bricks. You love his defense, though, so I don't know. Like I said, I'm just staying all the way off this game. I will definitely lean towards the under, though.
Definitely lean towards the under. Jeff, I don't know. I just don't trust the Eagles, and if they get up big, then Eli might get his garbage time points. I'd like you're getting plus 700 on it. No doubt about that. All right, that's Cavs, Celtics. So no Cavs first quarter. Viper MB says bet all team total overs against the Cavs every game from this point on. So there you have it right there. All right. Okay, so no addition there. Let's move on to Kings Rockets. Kings Rockets. This total opened up at 227. It's now at 226.5. The Rockets opened up at minus 12. There were 12.5s earlier. Now it's back to 12s. Broke this game down. Kings coming off a really nice spot yesterday, beating the Mavs 110-106, and the market is saying it won't happen 2 games in a row, and to take the Rockets. Have you made a move on this game, Kings-Rockets?
No, I hadn't made a move. I want to take the Rockets here minus the 12. Like you say, it was up to 12.5, back down to 12. The Kings played out of their minds yesterday in Dallas, here where I live. I knew that they were going to keep that game close. I liked them plus the 9. Didn't think that they would win the game straight up. They were up by 20 at one point in that game. Obviously, the Mavs, as good as they are, the streak they were on, they were going to make a run. Luka he really did get fouled there late. It should have went to overtime. Bielisa overachieved like a motherfucker yesterday. That's not going to happen again. What, he go for like 30 points? That's definitely not going to happen. Buddy Hield will have to be the one to go off for the Kings to stay close in this one. Just one player I don't think is going to be enough to do it. It's a bad spot for him. Bogdanovich as well is still nursing a little hamstring. He's going to play, but it's still tight. I can only look towards Houston here, and I think this one could get ugly in a hurry. Not a big fan of laying these prices with the Rockets. I just think this is a spot that it's a bet against spot for the Kings for me. Not so much a bet on for the Rockets, but I do think this one get ugly, and I like them to minus 12. Hadn't got there yet. I'm pretty sure I'll put a little bit on it though. I like the Rockets here. Not a whole lot though, but I do like.
No, I think that's well put. It's a bet against spot for the Kings, not necessarily a bet on spot for the Rockets. And 12 points in your pocket could be a backdoor cover. Keith Sadler taking the Rockets minus 12. The Rockets didn't look good against the Suns. You know what? To be honest, after Harden looked so bad in the last game, 3 of 17 on threes in that win over the Suns, but did still put 18 points up in the fourth quarter. Feel like, he's obviously going to shoot better than that. This might be the spot to back the Rockets minus 12. But there's Dan Kelly on the Kings plus 12 and a taste on the money line. Interesting. Wow.
Hell no. No, not tonight. Dan Kelly, I like you, man, but no, not to. Maybe they're plus 12, man, but no, bro. They're not beating the Rockets. They overachieved yesterday, man. They still undermanned. They don't have the offense to stay with the Rockets. Now, if you like the Kings that much, I would say definitely look towards the under. You thinking that they're going to slow down Harden and they're going to muster up this game. I'm definitely leaning towards the under as well. I know Jordan Sharp on my show. I know Junior was he's on Rockets in the first half, minus 7, and Jordan is liking the under in the first half, 116.5, and the under full game. And me and him agree on that. I'm leaning towards the under as well in this one. I don't think that the Kings reached their team total. I think this is a game where they could be held less than 100 points. Like I say, Bielisa is not going off like he did last night. Bogdanovich, hamstring still a little tight. Buddy Hield would have to go for 40 points tonight, and I just don't see it. If they see him going off, somebody will lock him up. PJ Tucker on Hield, nah, bro. I like the Rockets in this one, and I'm leaning towards the under. I think it could be a 120 to 100 type game.
Kings last 5 pace 29th in the NBA. Just one team's gone slower. That makes a ton of sense.
And they went under versus the Mavericks, who play really fast. And I'm not gonna say they don't play a whole lot of defense, but they just like to play fast. And they went under in that game. So the Rockets been playing some defense lately.
Oh yeah, that makes a ton of sense. A ton of sense to me. AP Indy, man, love hearing that stuff. Thank you so much for joining us, being a part of the fam. That under makes a ton of sense with the way the Kings are playing. And if it is a blowout for Houston, this just makes Robert Gahn says if it's an under, then the Kings win. The Kings aren't going to get in a race with the Rockets on the second half of a back-to-back and with no DeAndre. You know what? I'm jumping in. My first edition on this show here, I'm jumping in on this under jumping in on this under. I'm going to line shop the Kings Rockets under. Let's move on to Magic Bucks right now. Magic Bucks. Bucks just a juggernaut, averaging 34.25 points of victories by 34.25. That's been the point differential average of the last 4 games. I mean, they're just running over teams. Magic have won 4 straight, but against the dredges of the league. Magic Bucks total opened up at 219, now at 218, and the Bucks opened at minus 12. Now there's 12.5s and 13. Are you making move with Orlando, Milwaukee?
No move whatsoever. Want to lean towards the under, but the Bucks, they can go off any game. They just had a huge game versus the Clippers. Obviously, they on a 14-game winning streak. It still could be a possible letdown spot. I don't give a damn what nobody says. Any team is primed for a letdown after the type of game they had versus a big opponent. I'm not stepping in front of the Bucks, though. I mean, especially not with the Magic. They can play some good defense, have been playing a lot better offensively late. Like I say, could be a possible letdown, but there's just too many variables in this game. I'm liking the under in this spot, but like I say, Magic been playing faster with Fultz at the point guard, and he's actually looked good. So I'm staying off this game. No look whatsoever.
Dan Kelly says you might not want to lay the points, but don't bet against Milwaukee here in Capitals. That makes sense. So if I gave you a free play on we just talked about 2 back-to-back Giant favorites. If I gave you a free play on Houston at minus 12.5 or Milwaukee at minus 12.5, who do you take?
Oh, Rockets for sure. I would definitely be going against a team that was on a back-to-back that overachieved the night before, and it's on the nice little road trip. Third game in 4 nights for the Kings. They're a top-heavy team. Like I say, if Hill is having a subpar night or just average night, around 20 points, this one won't look good for the Kings.
Okay. Okay. God. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying, though, Jimmy? You see how it's a much worse spot for the Kings? How it's a bet against spot for them. Third game, 4 nights, off a huge win. It's a bad spot for them. The Magic and Bucks, I mean, they really got the same amount of rest. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So that one's really a watch. Well, you got the run. That's a far superior team. The other one, I mean, they can play well. It is on the road. They're still not great on the road. It definitely would have to be Rockets. It's a terrible spot for the Kings tonight.
Yeah, I hear you. At this point, with the way the Bucks are just dismantling teams and the Rockets are just squeaking by teams, it would be the only thing that kind of balances it out. But no, I absolutely hear what you're saying. All right, that's Magic Bucks. Let's move on to Pistons Pelicans. This was a spot that was just staring at me all day, and only Bovada moved to a pick 'em. I mean, the Pistons have been +1 all day, and the Pistons, because they're 2-9 on the road, I mean, forget the Pelicans losing by 46 at Dallas on Saturday. The Pelicans,
I can't forget that.
Are the Pelicans trying to get Gentry fired? Like, why are we not all on the Pistons? Is it because they're 2-9 on the road? Pistons, Pelicans. You have a move here?
I do have a move. I hadn't bet it yet. And everybody's gonna shit on me, especially if it loses. But I mean, I don't really care about that. And I'm not on it. I mean, it's not an official pick, but I can only look at the Pelicans here. This is a spot where initially, and this is why you always have to do your research on the games and go back and look deeper into them. Obviously, first thought I'm thinking was Pistons for sure. There's no way in hell I could bet on the Pelicans, especially the last game versus the Mavericks. They showed me they are an absolute bet against team. You look at they lost 8 straight games. They are back at the house. If you look at, I mean, the players, they're saying that they still come to play. I don't even care about what Gentry says because, I mean, I do think that he needs to be fired. And you have a good point there. It's only hesitation I have here is if they are trying to get him fired. I mean, this could be the type of games that you have to lose, but I just think this is a winnable game for us. A bounce-back spot for you losing by 46 points. I mean, New Orleans they're a big fan base. They're not the type of place where you can just go and lose on purpose or just because you don't like the coach. You know what I'm saying? You be losing or if you're tanking. I think it's too early in the season to be tanking. They already got the worst record, tied for the worst record in Western Conference. Even if they were tanking, they could still win this game. You still got to keep your fan base, keep butts in the seats. I mean, you see the line move up to 1.5. I told people on our show I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see it close Pelicans -2. Man, the line is saying that the Pelicans probably win this game because when I was looking at it yesterday, I didn't think that it would be that -1. It is, man. Let me see. Favors unlikely to play. Money just came up on the phone. I mean, they don't. I know one person was saying who's going to stop Drummond. They obviously don't really have any bigs, and I did tell them that I thought Favors probably was going to play today. Don't look like he is. Pelicans still got the better offense than the Pistons, man. Pistons 2-9 on the road. Haven't been played well on the road whatsoever, man. Jekyll and Hyde team. Pistons are better. I just think the spot. I think if there's any games they're gonna come to play, I think it'll be this one, man. So maybe Pelicans first half, see they come out hot. This is one you in play, man. If you see the Pelicans coming out with no fight whatsoever, you have to play and hop on the Pistons, but. It'd be real interesting to see how the Pelicans come out. See if they want to play. If they do, I think they can win this game. And the lines is that.
Yeah, I guess if you look at these two rosters, what did you say about Derek Favors? You said something came up on your phone. Is he in?
No, it says unlikely to play.
Okay.
I saw some reports saying that it was possible that he could play tonight. Report came up on my phone saying that he's unlikely to play. So not ruled out, but it just says unlikely. So I mean, we know he's been out for a little while, but you did need that. You did need the little extra, that little added size down low for Drummond and Griffin, but. Drummond's been bullshitting lately, man. Some games he come in like he don't really care and shit. Like he got other shit on his mind, man. I don't know what's up with Drummond. I feel like he's the type of player that if he wanted to, he'd go 20 rebounds every night. I don't know about the 20 points, but 20 boards every night if he wanted to. But he hadn't been doing it. So do we get the Drummond that cares? Shit, did he go and eat a bunch of seafood and have some drinks last night or what? We're gonna see tonight.
Can Kendrick Williams and Jahlil Okafor play against Blake Griffin and Drummond? I mean, what isn't this like?
They got Jackson Hayes too, though. Hayes is a pretty nice player, I must say. Guy from Texas, he's pretty nice out there. So they're gonna need a big output from him. Williams not too big on him. Okafor, maybe he can bang with Drummond a little bit. Drummond maybe get 12, 13 rebounds on. But we'll see, man. It'll definitely be a collective effort for the Pelicans. Like I say, they can score, especially with their big three, Holiday, Ingram, and Redick, and they got ball back now. So, I mean, they can score some points. It's will they bring their defense? We'll see tonight, man. Like I say, I'm not in a hurry to bet on them, but it's one that I'll watch, see if the Pelicans came to play. But I do think they are the right side of the game. I'm very hit to bet on them. I probably won't put in pre-game, but I do think it's a spot. I need to see if they can do it first, though.
Wow. Our guy is Stu Chaos. No, we haven't got to that, Lillian. We'll be there soon. Stu Chaos saying Jackson Hayes is out. I can't find that anywhere. But if he's out, then how do the Pistons not win this game?
I haven't seen that, and I think it would be a huge move. I mean, lately he's been their starting center. So I mean, I really think that would be a huge. It would be a huge blow unless something just came out or something. I hadn't seen that.
I still can't find it. Right now. Just got it on his phone. SoCal resellers in the house giving you love, Jay. Wow. Okay. Well, I believe you. Then I don't like fading teams that lose by 45 the night before. Fantasy Labs NBA has said it. Okay,
they said so. It says lineup note: Jahlil Okafor and Kenrick Williams will start ahead of Hayes and Lonzo Ball. So they're taking him out the starting lineup. He's not out of the game. He's just going to come off the bench. So That's a pretty big deal. I mean, I guess they're saying that they like the combo of Okafor better on Drummond. I mean, maybe they just switch it up. Maybe they need that shit because losing 8 straight games, hell, maybe you need to start the second unit or something and go to the fucking first unit to the bench or something. But they got to do something, man. We'll see if they want to get Gentry fired tonight, man. If they lose the game by 20, we'll see. Because I really do think that even if they lose, it should be a close game. But the Pelicans should win this game. The Pistons suck on the road, man. But we're talking too much about this game, man. We need to see. Well, you know what I'm saying? We need to see. We can't force a play here, Jimmy.
No, I think that makes sense. Marcelo sees Andre Drummond balling out. I mean, you think so against this lineup. All right, let's move on to Raptors Bulls. I got in late, but still feel good about beating this market move. I mean, oh shit, it's back up. Damn, okay, I spoke too soon. I'm on the Raptors Bulls under 214.5. It's back to 214. It had gone down to 212.5 as of like 2 or 3 hours ago. Raptors, Bulls, Bulls pace 25th in the NBA right now, and Kyle Lowry knowing that there's no Van Fleet, but is that being confirmed? Has Van Fleet been confirmed out of the lineup? I don't even know.
He's doubtful. What I see that he was doubtful because I wanted to see if he was confirmed out as well. I already knew when he was questionable. I had a feeling that he was leaning towards not playing. The last update I have seen is that he's doubtful. I don't think he's going to play, but it's crazy because, the Raptors went up to 6. Remember, this morning it was all the way down to 4.5, went up to 5, 5.5, now up to 6. Now, it'll be interesting to see. It is third game in 4 nights for the Bulls, though. I do know that much.
Well, let's talk. Let's roll into this with Chi-Town. Our guy Chi-Town sick with it. He's saying, and in all honesty, I would be pensive about making this move because what we are going to see tonight is a ton of Norm Powell. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get on the under. And he's wondering, our guy Chi-Town saying, how do you feel about Levine points, rebounds, assists over 30.5? I like that number. But don't forget, Norm Powell is going to be in his face all night long. Why don't we start with Chi-Town Sickwit's question about the Levine points, rebounds, and assists over 30.5, and have you made the move on this basketball game?
That seemed pretty low, doesn't it, for points, rebound, and assist? If the Bulls are going to be competitive in this game, it's definitely going to have to be with Levine. He's their best player. I don't think put like this, every single game, man, if it's sitting around net, you have to look towards Levine. Plus, every game that he's playing, starting for the Bulls, because he's their key cog. If he has an off night, they're going to get blown the fuck out the water. They had a real good game last night in versus Miami, man. I think they should have won that game. They outplayed the Heat there. Tyler Hero with some late threes there for to get that one done for him. The Bulls still covered the spread in that one, but I think it's a tough spot, man. Third game in 4 nights. You're traveling from Miami back to the house, off an overtime game as well, where left it all out there on the floor. It's a tough spot, man. It's crazy to say. I still would be looking towards the Raptors, even without Van Fleet. I can't put my money on them, though, without Van Fleet, because I'd rather it be Lowry out and Van Fleet in, because they looked a lot better. They've lost 3 straight since Lowry's been back. They've looked a lot different. I'm with you on the under in this spot, though. I like the under here. 214.5, 214, no matter. I like the under in this spot, man. We know that the Raptors going to bring their defense for sure. Bulls hadn't really been pushing the pace lately. They've been trying to play a little bit more defense. I just see this. And when you look at the Raptors, man, they got a lot of good defenders out there, and the favorites, they just get ruled out. I like the under in this spot, man. I'm on it under 214.5. Give me that under, man. Let's see some defense.
I like it too. And my book's giving the same 30.5 for points, rebounds, and assists, getting the exact same as what our guy Chi-Town Sickwit is getting. Diesel Eugene in the house, liking Cavs plus 14.5 this evening. Okay, let's move on to Timberwolves Suns. We talked a lot about this game earlier. I got the Devin Booker prop. I'll take a look. I got over 26.5 points. He's just eating right now. And then we're getting all this information late that none of these Wolves are even showing up tonight, which I was shocked that we were reading. Let's see if we get any last minute. So Shabazz Napier, Wiggins, Teague, questionable. What's the last minute stuff on Towns and Wiggins and Teague? Or do you know if they're going to be in the lineup? And I'm on the Booker prop.
Well, first I want to say that that's some bullshit. But, Wiggins is questionable. Teague, not really worried about him. I'm just worried about Wiggins. Towns going to play. It was one more player. It was Towns and somebody else that's probable. Pretty sure it's Napier. I'm not worried about no fucking Teague. We need Wiggins in there, though. I need Wiggins. I tweeted out put it on Twitter that my Wolves bet plus the 4 is going to be in trouble if Wiggins doesn't play. But you can't ignore the trends here, man. When I drop you guys off with these trends, y'all might want to hop on the Wolves with me, man. So the Wolves, obviously, they lost 4 straight. They lost last game. This is the last game of their 4-game road trip. It's a back-to-back from LA. They're 5-1. The road team is 5-1 ATS in this series. Revenge game, Jay. They already lost 198 to this team earlier this year. Road dog off of 3 or more away games, and they're all losses. They lost all 3 of the away games. And it's a back-to-back. That spot is 22 in ATS for the dog. And the Suns are 0-8 ATS the last 3 seasons at home after a 4-game road trip. So both of those spots, one of them say bet against the Suns. They're coming back to the house on a 4-game road trip. Another one says the other one is coincide with that, saying taking the Wolves bet on spot here. They've lost every game so far on a road trip. We just saw it with the Warriors and the Bulls. They lost all 4 games on the road trip, won that last one in Chicago. I think we're gonna see tonight, man. I sprinkled a little bit on the money line here, man. It's probably gonna get. I hope Wiggins in, man. We've seen the Wolves play good without him, but I still would like him in here. I'm not hedging off bet, man. I like the T-Wolves here tonight. I like the spot for him. I can't ignore those trends. Give me the fucking T-Wolves.
And Luis Fernando Esquinza bringing up an interesting point that hasn't been discussed on our show, at least, that the Suns got to win their game tonight because they're flying to Mexico City for the Spurs on Friday. Nice point, Luis. I did not know that was coming up on Friday. I'm on the Booker over 26.5 points. I kind of wanted him to go shot for shot with Wiggins, but I'm fine if Wiggins. I mean, I want Wiggins in there for you. I don't want to say I'm fine with him not in lineup, but what do you think of my prop Booker over 26.5 points? That hasn't moved. I really thought with the way Booker's been playing, 35 against Houston, 44 against New Orleans, the guy's just rolling. I really thought that might go up to 27.5. I was hoping it would. What do you think of my Devin Booker look over 26.5?
That's another one where I feel exactly with the Levine. Win or lose, he's one of their key cogs. He's a big part of their offense. He's their best player by far, and they're going to need him to score some points to stay competitive in this game.
Let's move on to.
I don't know, man. I don't know, Jimmy. In this particular spot, I mean, I'm not on it. You do have your money on, but I mean, let's say this. I hope he goes for 27 and they lose. So that's what I hope to happen. I hope he doesn't go off too bad. I need the T-Wolves in this spot, man. Like I said, I got him to +4. I sprinkled on the money line, and before I saw that Wiggins, it was my best spot of the day. I'm still on it, so I mean, I'm not getting off my shit, but it's gonna be tough, man, without Wiggins. But I just think it's a bad spot for the Suns, and I mean, with the bad of a spot it is, Jimmy, the last time I say, I don't know if I would take a point spot for a player on the team where I think they could be a little sleepy spot for him.
Yeah, I hear that. Teddy B saying, can you ask Jay's thoughts on the over in the Raptors game? I'm on the under, and Jay liked it, the under.
Yeah, I'm on the under, too, in that
nice.
one.
Okay, great. Yeah, we're both.
That's official for me. I'm on that under 214.5.
Beautiful. Okay, beautiful. All right, next up, Thunder Jazz. I got on the Thunder +8.5. At one point in the show, I thought, I should have probably taken first half. Dan Kelly talked me off of that spot. It said, looking at his numbers, that the full game was to play. I did not like seeing Danilo Gallinari not in the lineup. I'm on Thunder +8.5. I know they're on the second half back-to-back. I just don't trust the Jazz. What do you think about this Thunder Jazz spot? This total opened up at 212.5 all the way down to 207.5. And now they're 8.5s across the board. That makes me feel a little better because there were 9s available an hour ago. What do you think of that spot? Thunder Jazz.
So real quick, Jimmy, I just want to answer a couple of questions in the chat real quick. Kenneth, he said, Jimmy, can you ask Jay Money about the first quarter under Raptors versus Bulls? That's a damn good look. It's the reason why I like the full game as well, one of the reasons. So the under in the first quarter for the Bulls has been one of the best bets in the league in the first quarter in the league so far. The under has hit 20 out of 23 times in the last 23 games for the Bulls. So that under first quarter is smoking hot. That's a damn good look, Kenneth. That's definitely the look. And I hadn't bet yet, but I do like it. And Luis Fernando said, bro, Jay, you tripping. The T-Wolves off a 120-point loss. Damn, bro, they getting whooped. They was up by 3 versus the Lakers there late in the third quarter, 65-62. They was throwing haymakers at them. If it wasn't for they couldn't stop Davis down low, Luis. So, I mean, you can't just say, if you watch the game, you can't just look at the final score. Timberwolves was neck and neck with the Lakers pretty much that whole game. I mean, they're a great road team as well. Play better on the road than at the house. Just had to say it real quick. On to this game. Yeah, it's tough that Gallinari. It's something made me feel crazy about this one, Jimmy, especially with 8.5 with the Jazz. No Conley, the way they've been playing lately, they blew the Grizz out, but those the Grizz with no John Morant. Then you see Gallinari be ruled out, and I say, damn, man. This fucking under is the play, boy. I mean, if you could have got it at 211, that was real sharp. I did get on the under at 208. And I like the first half under as well. Got it at 107. It's went down to 106 and a half now. I'm liking unders in this spot. Definitely have to look towards OKC team total. OKC loves to play defense. Their offense can get super stagnant. Without Gallinari, it's going to be even more stagnant Schroeder's been having to be their best player off the bench. Yeah, Chris Paul, but yeah, it's a back-to-back. He old as shit. He too busy snitching on everybody else to the refs and shit trying to get texts, man. I can't believe he did that shit to Carmelo, Jimmy. I can understand him doing it to Jang on the Bulls, but come on, bro. On the Wolves, but you're going to do it to your partner, Carmelo, and the ref called the fucking tech too, man. Fuck Chris Paul, man. I hope the Jazz blow the shit out of OKC tonight, but I'm on the under, man. I didn't bet the Jazz.
I'd like that breakdown a lot. The under makes sense, and it went down fast, and it makes sense. I'm rolling on the Thunder plus 8.5. One of Dan Kelly's giant money line spots here is the Thunder plus 8.5. He jumped on I believe he got plus 365 off the top of my head. I'd have to. From the early show. There's the Thunder at Jazz. And then we get to Grizzlies Warriors. So this total opened up at 218.5. It's now all the way up to 220. But I look at the Warriors' pace the last 5, 30th in the NBA. And the Grizzlies. Now, do we know, is Ja back in the lineup?
Yes, yeah. Moran's back in there for sure. But now Crowder is questionable with the illness. Didn't go through shoot around. So, they need Crowder as bad as they need Morant back. Okay, they had him last time. Warriors still went there and smacked them boys by 20 points. And that was the Grizzlies' first game being favored all year. And they going to throw a 6.5 out there? Well, them boys was smoking. You had the Warriors plus 6 money line that night. That was easy money right there. Like I say, that game was 114 to 95 in Memphis, where they played better. They had John Morant, had their whole team, Brandon Clark, and Crowder. Now look, they know Clark is out for sure tonight. Dylan Brooks still a little banged up. He gonna play though. In that game, the Warriors didn't have Russell or Looney, and they dug deep and bust them by 20. Nobody thought they could do it. Now they got Russell and Looney back. They got Cauley Stein back. You got Burks playing. You got Pascal. Pascal bring that energy every day, man. I love the way Pascal play. You got the Warriors. They off a 5-game road trip where they only went 1-4. They only had 2 games in the past 10 games. They had 8 away games, only 2 at the house. They did win their last game versus the Bulls when they held Levine to 30. He had 36 points, but they only had 90 points. The Bulls did. So, this team, they've been trying to stack up some wins, man. They're only 2-7 at home. We know the Warriors still got pride. Draymond Green out there, they're still championship at heart. In theory, their jerseys say he's supposed to be champions. Obviously, one of the worst records in the league, but they still got pride, man. They still want to win for the home crowd, man. Like I say, Grizzlies got Morant back, but if Crowder's not in there, it's going to be another huge blow, man. Still don't have Clark. The Grizzlies 1-9 last 10 straight up. They average 105.6 points per game on the road. Give up 116.6. Warriors starting to kind of click a little bit, man. I did take the Warriors here at -3. I saw it did down to 2.5. I'm not really worried. It's just because Morant back. I knew people was going to hop on the Grizzlies with Morant back. Not on the road, bro. I just think it's a nice little spot to buy low and Golden State here at the house with all their players back. Not good that they're back off their road trip, but they should want to get a dub for the home crowd here. And I hadn't took it. You see what this total steaming to up to 220. And I think I'm liking it, man. I don't like betting a lot of overs. Seem like when I bet overs, they go under, but I think we're going to see plenty of baskets tonight. If you look at the refs' assignments, I think that correlates to the overs as well. That's why I say if you look deeper into it, you'll see why this line has been steamed up from 217 to 220. I think we're going to see a lot of foul calls tonight. Like I say, John Morant back in there for the Grizz, pushing the pace up and down the court, getting them fast break points. If no Crowder's out, there's less defense on the worst players. I think we're going to see plenty of points here tonight in a running game. I like the Warriors, and I'm leaning heavy to that over.
Well, I don't like hearing that. I'm on the under. I think that Ja won't look good in his first game back. I think the rhythm will be messed with. They won't have Clark cleaning up the glass. And the Warriors are 30th in pace over the last 5 games and coming back after a road trip. I think that the movement to the over is wrong, and usually I would be more nervous than I am, and I haven't been until you said that you liked the under. We have questions about player props in this game. D'Angelo Russell sitting at 20.5. John Morant at 17.5. Jaren Jackson Jr. also at 17.5. Any of those jump out at you as a move to make under the Pascanimal at 15.5? Any of those moves over?
Yeah,
under?
I like that Russell prop. Sitting at 20.5. I like that. That's. I think that's pretty low right there. Like I said, he's one of the main reasons why I'm taking the word. If it was the exact same team without Russell, I wouldn't be taking him. He's one of it was one of those things is where like they need Curry or Russell out there. Russell's the type of player that Curry went out, okay, boom, let me try to show what I can do. Now he could do it, and he showed you he could carry a team in the Nets there. I mean, obviously this isn't the same caliber, but going up against the Grizzlies tonight, I think he can show what he's made of. Tonight, I think Russell can get over that 20.5, and he's one of the main reasons why I'm taking the Grizzlies here. I hope he better get over that fucking 20.5. Him, man, shit, everybody for the Warriors, but definitely him. No, I definitely see him getting the 21 points.
Grizzlies, Warriors, I'm on the under 219, and maybe that D'Angelo is a good look at 20.5, sitting at 20.5. And that is your NBA card right there. So I'll go over my looks that I'm on, my official plays, and then Jay will do the same. I'm going to stay off Cavs first quarter. You know, I might add that I'm on – my only addition from this show is the Kings-Rockets under 226.5 at -105. I'm on the under 214.5 at -110 in Raptors-Bulls. I'm on the Devin Booker over 26.5 points. In that, that's at -120, by the way. Bet365 really juices those. Thunder plus 8.5 at -111, and then I'm on the Grizzlies Warriors under 219 at -110. What are you on, Jay?
My bad. Replying to somebody in the chat real quick. He asked me about the college game. I told him I'm leaning towards mini, but I didn't take anything. I'm leaning towards Minnesota in that game, though. My official plays, I am on the Pacers. I did get them +1, but I did take them again at the -2. If they're gonna win, they're gonna cover that 2 as well, man. I'm in it to win it, man. Gotta give you guys the most updated line. I'm on the Pacers -2, and don't let me talk you off their Cavs, Jimmy. It could be a good spot. This game that I'm not betting on the Cavs, they fuck around and cover or something, or cover the spread or something, man. But I'm not fuck with. If you like it, if you feel good in your gut, Jimmy's gonna fuck with you even more if you really liked it and stayed off of it. But maybe not. I mean, sometimes it's good to just see if they are. I don't know how you take it, but I know me, when I feel real good about something I stayed off of, I'll be like, damn, man, I missed out on some money, man. But Van Fleet did just get officially ruled out. We'll see if they take the line down and do some other shit. I'm seeing people hop on the Bulls +6.5 right now. So it's always crazy, Jim, when somebody gets officially ruled out. That's when everybody act like that they didn't know that Van Fleet was gonna be out. I still like the under 214.5. I'm on that under 214.5. I like the Rockets -12. I hadn't got there yet. I'm pretty sure I will in some way, shape, form, fashion. And I definitely will like the Rockets in the second half. No matter how the first half goes, the second half, the Kings will run out of the little bit of gas that they did have. So you can definitely put me down for Rockets second half. Huge lean to the Pelicans, man. I'm not there. My money means a lot to me, especially right now, man. I can't put it on Pelicans right now, but I really do think they're going to win this game. I hope that Wiggins is in. I'm on the Timberwolves +4 and the money line. I could have got 4.5. I hope that Wiggins is in, man. I'm telling y'all, hop on the Timberwolves money line with me if Wiggins is in. They're going to win this game if he plays. I hope they win regardless. I did get on the OKC and Utah game under 208 and the first half under 107. And I got the Warriors, man, -3. And I'm leaning towards the over in that game, man. I get that line moving for a reason. We could see them get in the 230s.
I absolutely love it. Jay Money is Money joining us on a late show. Viper NB says that boy Jay Money is icy. And I love his show Monday through Saturday, jamming with Jay Money, 1 p.m. Eastern. Follow this man on Twitter if you don't already, at Jay Money is Money. a.k.a. Revenge Game Jay in the house. Jay, thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy your Monday evening. Big NBA card. Get that cash tonight, my friend. And thank you so much for sharing all your hard work and insights with us.
No problem, man. Anytime. And like Jimmy said, y'all come and tune into the show. If y'all need some early looks from me, my guy Junior or Jordan, y'all come and check out Jamming with Jay Money every day at 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Pacific. Y'all come and tune in and let's cash these NBA tickets tonight, man. I need some money.
There he is. Lance LaRose says, great job, Jay. Thank you so much for joining us. There's Junior Brown in the house. Yeah, we have to get, it's not the end. I've got to go over my NHL, but you're absolutely right, Jay. Junior Brown, the best, everybody always loved Babano's Leche, but I think Jay Money's taking it over. Jay, can we get a Leche before you bounce, man?
It would only be right if I closed it out that way.
All right. Okay. Jay's we're gonna close the show with Jay. I'm just gonna go over my NHL quickly. Jay's gonna stick with us to give us a Leche to out this. Okay, I am going with it. I have to make this move. We'll see if it blows up in my face. I am taking the Clippers first quarter plus 4.5. There's still a minus 110. Oh wow, minus 103 at Pinnacle. Plus 4.5 first quarter, minus 103. At Pinnacle. All right, I'm locking that in. Going over NHL again. Look, I have a funny feeling. No, I shouldn't say that. I've not, for whatever reason, handled the Bruins well this year, and it's been a problem. Like 24-6. This is a bad spot from the Senators off a road trip, but I do not want to back the Bruins with Bergeron coming back, and I also, they had not been playing very good lately. And maybe Bergeron changes that. Maybe this puck line is a gift, but I'm staying off the Bruins. I'm on the Flames -1 for a giant score. Money line plus 140, -1.5 at plus 400. And then I'm on the Lightning -1. I ended up getting a -104 overall with that. I'm on the Blue Jackets first period plus 160 and the under 6 at -105. Under 6 at -105 in Jackets, Capitals. And then in the football game so far, I have just 2 spots. Over 1.5 field goals for the Giants at plus 137. Over 2.5 field goals for the Giants at plus 400. That was plus 450 in the morning when I gave it out, and I waited because of weather, and we're still hearing it's pouring. I'm a little nervous about it. That's all I've done. Just $100 on each, but I made them official plays for betting with the bag and for the audible. That is my action. Our special guest, our guest of honor. Our guest, Dan Kelly said, you said Clips. Sorry, I meant the Cavaliers. Sorry if I said Clippers. Cavaliers, first quarter, plus 4.5. I've got to go add these 2 bets. That under 226.5 in the Rockets game in the Cavaliers first quarter. That's my action. Eric Rosa says sack prop. I'm going to get over to Flash the Spot so we can figure out if there's going to be any additions. But let's let our special guest, Jay Money, is Money Star Jamming with Jay Money, put a bow on this show. Thank you guys so much for watching. Catch us on the live line here. It pops off in 27 minutes. And Jay, take it away, my friend.
Yeah, man, y'all go and tune into that live line. They be giving out some live winners on there one, man. I see it come up on my phone all the time, man. Y'all know it's Christmas time, it's holiday season, whatever you worship. Hey, it's time to get some gifts for everybody, and let's not pay for it ourselves. Let's make the bookies pay for it. Leche, Los Bookmakers.